First is a way to differentiate between primary and secondary amines and to detect amines in general. Simon's test consists out of two reagents, solution A and solution B. Solution A comprises out of sodium nitroprusside and acetone when searching for primary amines, and when searching for secondary amines it's comprised of sodium nitroprusside and acetaldehyde. The concentration of sodium nitroprusside is 2%. And solution B is 2% of sodium carbonate. Now, amines. What are amines? Amines are nitrogen groups that have basic properties. I won't go any further into what amines are because that's not a video about amines and I do not want it to get very complicated. So yeah. What differentiates a primary amine from a secondary amine is what is bound on the nitrogen. The simplest amine, of course, is ammonia, where nothing is bound on the hydrogen. What's also a primary amine is amphetamine, a common illicit and controlled substance. As you can see, the nitrogen is bound only to one carbon. That's why it's called the primary amine. Now, if I went over here and deleted this hydrogen and added a methyl group, that would be a secondary amine because now the nitrogen is bound to a carbon over here and a carbon over there, and that would be called methamphetamine. That's why methamphetamine is called methamphetamine, because it's called methylamphetamine. Now, of course, I do not possess amphetamine and I would not rather to possess amphetamine, so I will be conducting the test with a drug called pregabalin over here. As you can see, its structure. It's an amino acid containing a carboxylic acid, which is this over here, and an amine. And as you can see, the amine is bound only to one carbon, and that's why it's called a primary amine. I would conduct the test with just ammonia, but I thought it would be cooler if we actually used a pharmaceutical drug to do that. Yeah. And as I said, I don't have any acetaldehyde because then we could use secondary amines too. But sadly, I do not have any. So we'll proceed with that. So what we have here is a solution of distilled water and acetone. And now I will proceed to add some sodium nitroprusside and some potassium carbonate, give it a swirl, and then I will add the pregabalin to it, and then give it a swirl, and you will observe a dramatic color change taking place. From red to deep purple. I actually need to add even more distilled water because it's so damn deep purple that you can't even see it, you guys. So yeah. So yeah. Now, if you were in the customs and you said you were carrying flour or powdered sugar and this came up, this would go either two ways. Option one would be having your face down on the floor, and option two would be having a gun in your face and an officer screaming, "Get on your knees." So yeah, well, don't blame me about that, blame Simon. So you know, funny thing, my favorite color is purple. And it's actually exactly this shade of purple that tells something about me, doesn't it? I don't know. Just joking. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Starborn Science. I certainly did. Never forget, always keep asking questions, always keep exploring, keep dreaming, and I will see you on the next one.